So today we're going to talk about grams to grams, 3 steps. Your topic, you could put G to G or grams to grams, 3-step. In your goal, I can convert from grams of one substance to grams of another using stoichiometry. Now, everything we've done so far has either been a 1-step or what we did earlier was 2 steps. Well, now that this is 3 steps, it's going to be a little bit longer. But the good news is there's no more new information for this part. It's all going to be just combining what we've learned before. And I honestly think the 3-step, the grams to grams 3-step is easier than the 2-step ones, personally. So here's your notes for that. You will combine skills learned earlier. You'll use molar mass to go from grams to mole. Then you'll use coefficients to go from mole to mole. And then you'll use molar mass again to go from moles to grams. The example we're going to go through is if I have 100 grams of H2O, how many grams of O2 will I have? And then there is our reaction that we're going to be working with. So again, pause the video, make sure you have everything typed out before we do this example together. So here, we always put what they give us. So in this case, if I have 100 grams of H2O, 100 grams of H2O is what's going to go in this first box. If this unit is grams of H2O, then this unit is going to be grams of H2O. And then, like we talked earlier, if this is grams, then you automatically know the one on top has to be moles. Because if one of them's grams, the other one is always moles. So mole of H2O. Now, we also know if it's grams and moles, and number 1 it always goes with the mole. And then we'll need to find the molar mass to go with H2O. So if we find the molar mass of H2O, we have H, we have O, we have 2 H's, we have 1 O. The mass of H is 1, the mass of O is 15.999. I get this by looking at the periodic table. Hopefully by now you guys are fine looking at that on your own. The periodic table, it's always the bigger number. Okay, so 2 times 1 is 2. 1 times 15.999 is 15.999. We'll add those two numbers up, so that will be 17.999. 2 plus 15.999. So that's the number that goes with grams. So here we have mole of H2O. Whatever's diagonal is always going to be the same unit. So that's going to be mole of H2O. Now here is something new. Every time we do a 3-step, this section right here that's like in the middle will always be moles over moles. Because this is where you'll change from one compound to another. And that's the only way to do it. So here we use molar mass. This one in the middle, it doesn't matter if it's grams to grams or if it's something that we're going to talk about later on. This section is always moles over moles. So here, since we know it's moles over moles, we have to look and see what compound we're switching to figure out what we need to know the mole of. So here we're going from grams of H2O to grams of O2. So we need to get to O2. So since this is moles of H2O, this is going to be moles of O2. What happened there? Okay. When you have mole over mole, you look at the reaction and you look at the numbers in front. So we'll find H2O, H2O has a 2 in front, so that's going to be a 2. We'll look at O2. There's nothing in the front, so it's going to be a 1. If this is moles of O2, this will be moles of O2. And this is the very last box on top right here, so it's going to be always what we're looking for, which in this case is grams of O2. So number 1 always goes with the moles, and the molar mass always goes with the grams. So here we have to find the molar mass of O2. We have found that earlier. And if we rounded, it was 32. So if you need help finding the molar mass, let me know. I can work you through that again. It's the very first section in this unit, so you can always go back and watch that video as well, whichever works best for you. But now that we have that, I'm just going to kind of move on. All right, so now that we have all these numbers, so first we're going to multiply everything on the top. 100 times 1 is 100, times 1 is 100, times 32, well, that's 3,200, divided by what we multiply at the bottom. So here we have 17.999 times 2, so 17.999 times 2 is 35.99. And then, so 35.99 times 1 is just 35.99. So now we will divide 3,200 by 35.99. So 3,200 divided by 35.99 is 88. We'll round it to 88.9. So 88.9, and that's going to be grams of O2 because that is what we were looking for, grams of O2. Okay, so in your digital notebook, you have 3 examples of this you need to work through. Again, they all follow the same step as the example I just did. If you're still stuck, or if you want me to check your answers, or if you're not sure how to do it, let me know. I'll be happy to help you.